Another property, this is number 2, which is called bond energy. Every bond have a definite amount of energy. I mean, if you want to break a bond, then you have to supply some amount of energy, and that energy is called bond energy. So the definition of bond energy, if you want to write, the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of bonds as to separate them into gaseous atoms is called bond energy or bond enthalpy. It is also called bond enthalpy. So suppose this is hydrogen molecule, and you know hydrogen molecule contain one covalent bond between two hydrogen atom. Since the molecule always exists as mole, suppose this is 1 mole hydrogen, so you don't get a single molecule of hydrogen, always you will get as a mole. So if you want to break 1 mole of bonds present in hydrogen molecule, how much energy is required? That energy is called bond energy, and it is also called bond enthalpy. I mean, in terms of heat, by applying heat you can break the bond. That's why the energy is also called enthalpy. I mean, the energy in the form of heat is called enthalpy. Now one thing you have to know, the bond energy is inversely proportional to bond length. Already you have done bond length. If bond length is more, I mean if it is longer, energy will be less. So bond energy and bond length both are inversely proportional. So what are the factors depends on this bond energy? Number 1, it depends on size of atom. How it depends on size of atom? If the size of atom is larger, length will be longer, energy will be less. I mean, if for example, if you consider iodine molecule, bromine molecule, chlorine molecule like this, as you know, chlorine contain one covalent bond, bromine contain one covalent bond, iodine contain one covalent bond. So here iodine is the largest size, that is why length is longer, but energy it will be like this. Chlorine more energy than bromine, then iodine like this, because it depends on the size of the atom. If the size of the atom is large, energy of the bond will be less. So this is one of the factor. Number 2 factor, it also depends on the multiplicity of bond. How it depends? For example, carbon-carbon triple bond, carbon-carbon double bond, carbon-carbon single bond. As the bond multiplicity increases, the energy of the bond also increases. I mean, triple bond requires more energy than double bond than single bond. And although you know here one sigma bond, 2 pi bonds, you know pi bonds are weaker. Although pi bonds are weaker, but if you want to break the bond, here you have to break 1 bond, here you have to break 3 bonds to separate the atom. That is why here it requires more amount of energy than a single bond. So triple bond have more energy than double bond than single bond. I mean, as the bond multiplicity increases, bond energy also increases. This is another factor. Number 3, this is the important one, number of lone pair of electron. Number of lone pair of electron. You know what are lone pair? The electron pair which do not participate in bonding formation, they are called lone pair of electron. For example, this is one bond between carbon and carbon. So here hydrogen is present. I mean, this is ethane. Suppose you see the carbon-carbon bond mainly, and this is one bond between nitrogen and nitrogen. This is one bond between oxygen and oxygen. Oxygen carry always double bond, and this is one bond between fluorine and fluorine. If you want to compare the energy between among this carbon-carbon bond, nitrogen-nitrogen bond, oxygen-oxygen bond, fluorine-fluorine bond, then you should know one thing. This is fluorine. Fluorine means this is one example of halogen. Halogen contains 7 electrons in its valence shell. So that is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is your 7 electron which take part in bonding. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is your 7 number electron which take part in bonding. So 1 electron take part in bonding, other electron remain as lone pair. I mean fluorine, 1 fluorine contain 3 lone pairs. I mean 6 electron. Oxygen carrying 6 electron, in the valence shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 electron take part in bonding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here also 2 electron for 1 oxygen, 2 electron take part in bonding, another 2 pair remain as lone pair. In case of nitrogen, nitrogen contain 5 electrons in the valence shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this nitrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this nitrogen. In case of carbon, carbon contain 4 electrons in the valence shell. So 1 and 3 hydrogen present na? 3 hydrogen will be present like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean all the electrons of carbon involved in bonding. That's why in ethane you don't get any lone pair inside carbon, and that's why I have written the carbon like this. Here no lone pair present. Now if you want to compare their bond energies, since the fluorine contain number of lone pairs, as the lone pair increases, lone pair means what? They are electrons, and electron always have repulsion between them. So due to number of lone pair, some lone pair repulsion takes place between them, and due to this lone pair repulsion, the bond become weaker. So that is why if some atom contain number of lone pairs, then inside the molecule lone pair repulsion takes place, and due to this lone pair repulsion, the bond become weaker. Here 2 pair, so here also repulsion takes place between lone pair, but the repulsion is less than this, because here 3 pair, here 2 pair inside the oxygen. Here only 1 pair present, that's why repulsion will be less, but here no lone pair, that's why no repulsion between the lone pairs, and due to no repulsion here, bond will be stronger one than this. So that is why as the lone pair increases inside the atom, repulsion increases, that's why bond energy going on decreasing. So it depends on your lone pair of electron also. Another example I want to give you: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine contain 1 bond, chlorine contain 1 bond, bromine contain 1 bond, iodine contain 1 bond. And these are all halogens, that's why they contain number of lone pairs inside it. Not only iodine, fluorine also contain lone pair, bromine also contain lone pair, chlorine also contain lone pair. Do you know where lone pair repulsion will be more? In fluorine. Why? Because this lone pair repulsion will be stronger due to smaller size of fluorine. Iodine is larger in size. Due to large size of iodine, here repulsion is less. So although I have told you, as the size of the atom increases, length will be more, energy will be less. So energy should be more in fluorine, but due to this lone pair repulsion, fluorine bond energy is less, and that is why here order is chlorine highest energy, then fluorine, then bromine, then iodine, like this. If you want to compare, so that is why when you compare the bond energies, not only the size of the atom, it depends on the lone pair of electron also. So this is about the bond energy. And the last one, which is called bond angle. Bond angle means nothing, it is the angle between two bonds. For example, water, H2O, oxygen hydrogen, there are two bonds you will get. In between two bonds, what will be the angle? You will get later about the bond angle. That angle is called bond angle. I mean, it is the angle between two bonds. That angle is called bond angle. And these are the properties of bonds. Thank you.